Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad you really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at DocSimmons17. I am joined by our usual crew of good-looking fellas. I'll give the hot tag to my partner and let him introduce himself.
Yes, sir. Outlaw Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media at Z Hendricks brand. And of course, if you love your mama's favorite shooters together, look up Country Air on Facebook and Instagram on Country Air Official or Country Air brand on the Twitters. And I'll pass out to the senior official.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # for the ref brand, and Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Waffles. How was the breakfast jamming this week, fellas?
Really non-existent.
Before you picked me up Saturday, I made 4 big eggs with some toast. It's pretty banging.
Yeah, same. Actually, not much in the way of breakfast. I've got some pancakes mixed waiting for me in the fridge that I'm probably going to heat up after this. Some chocolate chippers, so very much looking forward to that. It was a weekend of a lot of cookies. The lady made some oatmeal raisin cookie batter, so I've been eating that up for basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Ooh, that's a good combo right there.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had homemade cookies since the last Bruce City show when Gunner's mom made those cinnamon cookies.
Yep. Shout out to Gunner's mom for always bringing the cookies.
Dude, she always fixes up with cookies, but man, those cinnamon ones were phenomenal.
Yeah, those were some good ones last time.
Great variety, always.
Yeah, too. Yeah, I always appreciate multiple kinds of cookies. And you know what else I appreciate, Perch?
Cookies.
Cookies with a banger of the week.
Banger of the week this week. This one comes a good one. Was giving a ride to a few guys in downtown Chicago to and from the show and the airport. And a recommendation, I'd like to give the phone over to the other guy and have him put on a song. And this week's banger of the week comes from Alpha Wolf. Good old El Hijo de Canis Lupus. Stay Fly 3-6 Mafia.
Ooh.
It was a good one, and it hit the spot in a little bit of traffic, but right as it opened up, we were driving and cruising, and that song was banging on a nice sunny day.
Yeah, there's nothing like I don't know if kids go through it anymore, but there's nothing like that 3-6 phase of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was banging most known unknowns like less than 6 months ago. I was banging that whole album again.
And just the whole crew and everyone and the
that was the last one they were kind of all together for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just they rocked it for a long time, and Oscar Award winners.
Yeah, that's the thing. They went on to be bigger business stars than Juicy J out here giving out scholarships. Never mind how you get them, but he got the money to give out scholarships. All right, fellas. I know this was a little bit of an eventful week, and this week is going to be a weirdly scheduled week, but have you had any time to watch some wrestling?
Yes.
I know that we did. What did you watch, sir?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I went to AEW Dynamite and Rampage Live. I got to watch everyone who, for those who got it on the Elevation Monday, I got to watch some local talent get a shot. And may I say, no one got a bigger ovation than our boy Joey Jet Avalon. It was crazy. I was just chilling. I think he was I want to say he was the second match on the card right after Heather Reckless on Dark for us for the live tapings. And when he came out, you didn't have to know he came out, like how you watch for the extras to come out.
Yeah.
The moment he stepped out of the curtain, everyone was going nuts, like yelling, "Dead bodies, Joey!" Man, like I was like, that had to be an amazing feeling. Like, yeah, that had to be an amazing feeling. Joey just out there shining, and the match they made him look good. I think he looked really good in his match. I was happy to see Big Capri take the Keith Lee's hip toss so well that the crowd wanted it twice.
Yep.
The Dope Kings got to wrestle House of Black. That was a pretty. It was cool to see all those guys out there doing their thing. Shout out to the Big Capri, GPA, Joey Avalon, Jordan Cross, Missa Kate, Heather Reckless, the Dope Kings, CJ Esparza, Brew Baker. They all did their thing on AEW Elevation and Dark. And I didn't forget to, because Laney Luck and Sierra made their AEW Rampage TV debut. And you want to talk about this? I mean, it was close, but Sierra definitely had not as big as Joey, but definitely a huge pop.
It's like we gave you our huge pop already, Sarah, a couple months ago when you were on AEW a couple times. But hey, shout outs to the senpai getting that TV spotlight.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. And of course, like I watched AEW Dynamite, Rampage, got to see Silas Young wrestle a Hangman Page. It was the finish. It was great seeing all the security, like Adam Grace, TW3, all come out at the end of Dynamite. Everyone's just going nuts, beating the crap out of each other, and Moxley and Tanahashi are just in the ring staring off. No, they did not give a fuck about what was going on the outside. I did watch Forbidden Door as well. I think the match of the night, a lot of people can agree, were Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay.
That was really good.
So many false finishes.
Good one too.
FTR is just super over, 7-star. I mean, those guys are on a whole nother level right now. Yeah, I mean, there was Claudio's back. That was big. I like the story that Eddie's keeping with Claudio too, because there's that story where Claudio never finished the program with him. So like just keeping that alive. But yeah, overall I watched a lot of the AEWs. I want to say I caught part of Raw. I was looking for I'm kind of disappointed in Raw. I was looking for, they advertised Kevin Owens is either taking on Ezekiel, Elias, or Elmon or Elrod. And I'm pretty positive they didn't have that match.
Card always scheduled to change, or cards.
That was like one of the big things they did. And they even like acknowledged, like with John Cena, he's talking to Ezekiel and saying like, yeah, my brother's around here somewhere with Elrod. So
maybe we'll get it next week.
Yes, sir. And then yeah, so a lot of watching the wrestlings and then YouTube, of course, but and then me and Doc, I'll let Doc talk about it, but we were watching a lot of that New Japan Best Super Juniors.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I too watched the Rampage, the Dynamites, the Elevations. Had to see all the homies who made it on. Yeah, the Silas Hangman match was great. Joey looked amazing. Sarah looked good. She even got a mention in Fightful, I think, for how she did. So, you know, they took their 30 seconds of fame and made the most of it. Yep, we watched a lot of the Best of the Super Juniors over the weekend. Still catching up on that. El Desperado is still really fucking good. And I think if you saw Forbidden Door, the buy-in with Desperado and Kanemaru versus Keith Lee and Swerve, you probably agree.
Bro, El Phantasmo. I love El. I was a fan of El Phantasmo, but just even watching him in the Best of Super Juniors, like I put over, like I like how he does
all this crazy technical stuff just to end up like a
back rake. Yep. El Phantasmo still great. Him and Sting had some good moments.
The nipples.
Yeah. Titty Twister, Nut Shot, great stuff. The Ospreay Orange Cassidy match was great. DDT, the satellite DDT reverse catching to Stud Dog Millionaire. It's like, that match is good because you know what their finishers are, and you were believing non-finishers.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how good of a match that was. Where yes, we all know what their finishers are, but we still believed it. Tag match was great. Was Dax really hurt? Did they address that ever?
I think that was. I think he was hurt, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was.
That was. I mean, good story.
It wasn't Adam Cole injury.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't finished. I'm on the last 2 matches. But yeah, that was good. Best of the Super Juniors, of course, good. El Phantasmo killing it in Japan and in America right now. Hopefully he gets all the love he deserves. I mean, it's just crazy to see everybody popping up everywhere.
It's cool. It was cool to see the Young Bucks rocking the old Bullet Club gear.
Yep, Young Bucks rocking the old Bullet Club gear. Freaking, they're gonna have isn't it? Josh Alexander going to be on MLW defending the Impact World Title against Fatu. So I believe so.
Yeah.
So just like at this point,
Is that MLW or is that Ric Flair's final show?
I'm pretty sure it's at MLW.
For sure. I wasn't sure. I know Ric Flair's final show's definitely stacked.
Yes, that one is also severely stacked. But you know what they say, final shows. We'll see how this one goes.
There was a couple things I think I'm so pro. I like AEW because I didn't realize it. Everyone complains about how much they have all these surprise debuts and all these names show up, but I don't mind it because the fact is I can work myself. For example, I was 100% convinced I was going over wow, just as part of that history.
You're breaking up, brother.
I was like, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was just saying, I was hoping to see maybe a Carl Anderson or Luke Gallows appearance, working myself into that, or I was hoping with the Young Bucks and how they're really putting on the show about the Bullet Club. I thought if there's any time to bring the Guerrillas of Destiny into U.S. territory, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to do some of that, but I think AEW gets that's where they're good at. So used to having surprises that they're having fans speculate all the time, and I was not disappointed whatsoever. But it's still always fun now, with these big shows to think who could possibly come in? What's the story that could actually work out?
Yep. I mean, there have been few surprises. Rumors have usually been right, but that doesn't mean it's been any worse.
No, not at all.
Yep, they've for the most part delivered on everybody. Perch, what have you been watching?
Great week of wrestling. That AEW last week, Milwaukee. Christian coming out cutting that promo. Damn, was that some good storytelling?
Beautiful long-term storytelling. Love the shirt. Gonna have to buy it.
It's great, just the way he gets that emotion in there from the beginning all the way to the middle and to the look he gave the camera at the end behind the back of the man in front of him.
Yeah. Oh, and to peel the curtain back because people are freaking out, there's no way there was not a conversation about that promo.
Oh, most definitely.
There was no way there wasn't a conversation.
Yeah, Perch, were you there live or no?
No.
Oh, AEW, that's another good. I saw a doc about it, how they maintained their tunnels. When Christian left, he took Lucha to the other tunnel.
Took him through the heel tunnel.
Yeah, it's
That was a big moment.
it was a great scene, and I really enjoyed the way it played out, and the intensity was really cool. Ray Phoenix taking on Andrade from that Rampage, unbelievable. Enjoyed watching that one. A couple of moments in there, Ray Phoenix just balancing on that top rope, and they set it up a few times, and at one point he just pauses time for like a solid second before hitting a nice drop kick.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those. Like I think Dante might fly the highest, but as far as like messing with your concept of physics, I think Phoenix is probably one of the best.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see, and those two have great chemistry. Working a style like lucha in front of the masses.
Yep.
It's really cool, and a classic back and forth match. One of my favorite ways that it can possibly end is shenanigans. And sure enough, managers come in and they throw the kitchen sink. Roosh comes out, not knowing what's going to happen, and he gives Phoenix a low blow. To tell you the truth, in that match, it could have gone either way. I was pulling for either guy. Big Death Triangle fan, so love to see Ray Phoenix get it. But the moment Roosh gave that low blow, it was a legit boo. They earned it. That was a great match. I loved it. And then after the show that I had on Sunday, I walked across the street and walked into the Forbidden Door and caught a couple matches live before heading back and getting back at a reasonable hour. But I got to watch Eddie Kingston and Suzuki square off in that 6-man tag. Just incredible. The atmosphere, the energy from the crowd, the feeling, the sound of the chops, the being able to holler the Eddie chants along with everybody from the top, rafters. It was cool. Eddie Kingston just harkens back to old school pro wrestling, and I love it. And to see a team like Suzuki, Jericho, and Sammy, would never seen it coming. and enjoyed every second of it. And the tag match that came up next was unbelievable just as well. Dax going out. As he was leaving, he keeled over right before going to the back. So then he got up and went on. But classic pro wrestling, comes back like the spirit of 76. Hot tag.
Just in time. Where have I seen that before, Zach?
Oh, I love it. And it's it can be a detriment in real life when we live our lives in pro wrestling world. But when we see something go out like that, we question in the back of our minds, oh, I hope this happens. And it doesn't mean that we think it happens. We're thinking, oh, I hope he's all right. And he comes back like the ball of fire. And sure enough, he does. And they got a good reception from the Chicago crowd. It was cool. Cool to see those 6 guys out there with Paul Turner as the referee and representing those tag team titles. Very cool match. Fun wrestling this week.
Very much so, which I think we will go ahead and get to the fun wrestling that we had this week. Friday, me and Zach were at the Wrestling Taco. Been a while since we've been back there. Always love to have a good, summer show outside. People pulling up lawn chairs, drinking outside. Love the Wisconsin vibe of it. How was your Friday, Zach?
It was good, man. Worked and got down there. Found out your mama's favorites were in the main event. First time matchup, us versus the Mouth of the Midwest. JP and a man that I don't know if you've ever wrestled. I never got to wrestle before. Brandon Blaze.
Only in tag matches.
Yeah, I've never like even in a tag match have like locked up a Brandon Blaze
And actually, I think only 6-man tags now that I think about it.
so probably like less touching as you would like. But no, like super fun. The vets were telling us they always talk about how we can't get them, and we proved them wrong with Air Buddies. Showing everyone what we're about, trying to build up some steam for the weekend because Friday was one match, but Saturday we had the big one, so it's never good to not have momentum going into a big match. So like it was good to get a win and get that steam going.
Yep. Get the feeling right. Make sure all the gears are greased. Cause Saturday what's up?
I said make sure you're well hydrated.
Yeah, make sure you're well hydrated. It's hot out here. Because Saturday we headed down to Mattoon, Illinois for 0-1. Once again, main event guys. We might not be top guys, but we're at least main event guys. But in the main event, it was us versus the Premier for those very pretty red leathered 0-1 tag team championships.
Yes, sir. This is months in the building. Months in the making, as they would say. We started back in April. Premier telling us we didn't earn a title shot. We had to beat them in order to earn it. We beat them back then. The month after, it was a title shot, and instead of them losing the belts respectively, they lost the match with a chain to our faces and knocking thrown to the crowd. So shout out to Jake Landers taking care of some of our work. He opened the show taking on Camaro Jackson for the heavyweight championship and made Camaro Jackson tap out.
Not only did he make Camaro Jackson tap out, he made Camaro Jackson tap out while wearing white, black, and gold gear.
White, black, and gold gear was a theme there, ladies and gentlemen. There's 3 Premier members. All of them were champions at the beginning of the night. None of them were champions at the end of the night. Camaro Jackson tapped out, and he was a guy we were worried about, Quadzilla being a threat that he is, but he told Cam and SK, "You're on your own. You guys didn't help me," and he left the building.
Which was good news for us.
Good news for us. We went out there. Unfortunately, I got a little overzealous. I tried cannonballing on the soup. Ended up taking the chair to my back and then the wall. Doc was holding down the fort, but at the end of the night, in fashion, wearing white gear with gold and black on it, some cloverleaf to SK and a rear naked choke to soup, double tap outs, and finally, your mama's favorite 0-1 tag team champions have arrived.
Finally, yes, it has been a long journey. 0-1 is someplace I've wanted to be since like day one. Someplace I was when I was getting into indie wrestling, watching a lot of matches from 0-1. They are a storied company. Lots of big names have come through there and done big things. So to have a little piece of that history around our waist feels really fucking good.
Yes, sir. For those Doc, I remember when I first started hitting the road with Doc and asking Doc about promotions I should look for. 0-1 USA was definitely one he always told me about. So to go from back when we were singles guys riding in a car, just talking the business to eventually evolving into who we are now as Country Air. To I guess like we said when we won the belts, we showed up just being on the pre-show. They didn't really know who we were, and now we're their tag champs. Just hard work is nice. It's nice if the hard work pays off. And I've seen Seth Rollins hold these belts. These are the same belts that our trainers have held. Because the 0-1 USA tag titles used to be the NWA Midwest Tag Championships.
Yep.
To be a part of all that history and now have that on our shoulders literally is it's a great feeling.
Definitely. And we are very excited to go on and continue to defend these titles as often as we can. So be on the lookout. Want to shout out all the fans, especially the homie Jason Klein. Basically been down since day one, since we showed up, since he first saw us. As a tag team.
I remember like Doc looked at me like, "Hey, we got like 3 fans tweet about us." And the promoter walked up to us and said, "I gotta have you guys back."
Yep, and Klein has been the one leading that charge, and we really appreciate that. And all the fans that sit on that right side of the ring when from the entrance, they've also have always been down. There's too many of y'all to name, but we love y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
All right, Perch, how was your weekend?
Hey, great time. Had Warrior Wrestling 24. And that was at the Malcolm X College, right across the street from the United Center. So it was a great time in downtown Chicago. Had an absolute blast. Before Warrior started, we did a TV taping for Women of Wrestling, ran by Maria Kanellis and Bobby Cruz from ROH. An awesome program and awesome company, really highlighting women's wrestling, and it translated to some awesome matchups on Sunday. 3 matches, so ended up getting to work 1 match, which was the team of Marty Bell and Allison Kay against Sierra and Tootie Lynn.
Yep, I believe
Very
that was
cool.
back.
Very cool matchup. And awesome to be able to work with those 4 at the same time, let alone a company like Women of Wrestling. Great opportunity. I think they'll be in Chicago in July coming up. So it was cool to get a foot in the door and get to meet the people back there. And that was a good old-fashioned tag team match. And then Warrior Wrestling started, and I kicked it off with a wild 6-man lucha scramble for the gold medallion to see who faces the lucha champion at any time. In the match was Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, Base God, Gringo Loco, Golden Dragon, ASF, and Ninja Mac. Just 15 minutes of the wildest stuff you've ever seen. Crash, burn, reverse, crash, burn, reverse. Do it again. There were fireworks. They were high flying. They were move out of the ways. They were hit right in the middle. Everything was used in this match, and it was wild. Gringo Loco came out the victor. It was insane. Still coming down from that one. And then the next match I had was a 6-man tag team match, team of 3 versus 3. It was Zachary Wentz, Myron Reed, and Dante Leone taking on Fuego del Sol, Blake Christian, and Nick Wayne. Awesome teams, an awesome 6-man tag. Respect for all 6 of those guys was definitely on display in that match. They were all just outdoing one another, and eventually a winner was crowned. But it's a different style of wrestling. It's the showing the respect amongst the competitors you're going against. The game is still meaningful. The match, you still want to win, but you don't have to hate who you're fighting. But making your own reasons and still having reasons. It's a cool take on storytelling. And what the audience gets is just an incredible match of, wild teamwork, as well as, similar to that lucha match where they're using every aspect of that ring. Nick Wayne is incredible to watch in person for being as young as he is. And Blake Christian is someone who has gotten close to winning at Warrior in some cool ways. But he took that back elbow from Will Ospreay last time, and he didn't kick out like Orange Cassidy. cool matchups and an incredible one on Sunday. And yeah, it was a fun time. Great shows, good wrestling all around. And tag match, a 6-man scramble, and a 6-man tag.
It's a wild day for you.
It was very fun.
Awesome. Okay, so Zach kind of touched on it a little bit. We are a podcast. It's all about goals. We have our checklist. We have short-term, we have our long-term goals. As we are getting along in our career, some of those boxes have been checked. But this is the first half of 2022 coming to a close. So I think it's time we maybe look at what our goals are for the second half. Zach, why don't we start with you, brother?
I actually, every year I make a list, and I just put 10 goals on a list. So right now on my list, the only goal I have successfully completed was debuting for AAW live. Of all 10 goals right now, that's the only one I have succeeded in so far this year. On the rest of my list, I want to get a personal goal. I want to get down to 195 and try to get in in better shape. For those who don't know, I struggle with that. It's clear to tell. I had a conversation with Doc about that this weekend. Doc, Doc and Salem Crane are two guys who really helped me out a lot. I truly greatly appreciate those two. I feel like I'm on the right track. I am happy with how I'm starting to look. Was not happy for a while with how I'm looking, but slowly getting happy about it. Please don't pay me any pity comments. If you guys see the progress, thank you for that. But don't listen to this podcast and give me no pity. I'm not one like that, but just trying to get in the best shape of my life. My second goal, pretty much the same. I know Doc and I have talked about this. I want to work a name. I've worked with names. I've had Jimmy Hart manage Doc and I. We've tagged with Tommy Rich, but I want to wrestle a name. I want to see where I stand with guys who have made it. So I would like to work a name. Number 3 is one I'm going to keep on the low. Sorry, fans, you'll have to just wait for that one to play out. Another couple are working for promotions I truly enjoy going to. Freelance is one of them. Doc and I have been there once before on a pre-show, but I want to get on the main show one day. Black Label Pro is another one on the list. I only got 3 more, so I'm sorry. It's a lot.
You don't have many. Take up as much time as you can.
Yep. So number 8 on the list is work in 5 new states this year. So far, I've only hit 1 state, working in Texas. We have about 2 new states lined up so far, but there's a couple more states that I want to knock out. But at minimum, try and get into 5 new states. And the last 2 are very similar. I want to make the PWI 500. I'm trying to figure out the ways to do the right things and eventually get noticed, and hopefully my name will go from 501 to something lower on the list. Tired of hitting 501 every year. And then number 2, and the other one is Country Air to be on the PWI top 50.
Hell yeah.
Those are my goals.
All right. Perchable, what do you have for goals, brother?
Yeah, thinking about it, short, medium, long-term goals, it's always good to have things in mind. Like to think of it as well from very simple aspects too. Major goal of mine is one to remain safe while traveling. Another year of safe travels would be amazing. And so far, take precaution and yeah, staying safe on the road is a big one. Another goal, want to earn another opportunity for TV experience. There's been a few different companies that I've gotten to work with and see how things are made, and I want to have at least another opportunity to get in again. So we'll see when or where it may pop up, but you'll probably hear about it from here for sure. and it really just continuing to stay safe and traveling more as much as we can, whether it's West Coast, East Coast. Those are definitely in the sights, and putting it into perspective of making it happen. So be traveling a little bit to the East Coast, and we'll see if I make it out to the West. So some things in the future, and absolutely loving it where we're at in accomplishing, those short-term goals and medium-term goals. Once in a while we hit those long terms, but
Yeah.
There's a lot that are still out there.
It's like, yeah, they come a lot quicker than we thought they were going to come.
Uh-huh. I love it.
Zach, what were the two states? Texas and what else?
Texas right now is the only state I think we debuted new this year.
Okay. All right. Then I'm at 2 for the year then.
Oh yeah, because you did St. Louis, right?
Yep, because I did Missouri. So I have 3 more on my state list. Mine was also 5 for the year.
And there's 2 that I think we have. So you just need to find one more.
Yeah,
we have 2 new states lined up.
Yep. I always got a few companies that I'm looking for, because major goal, another one of mine, is to finally debut on the East Coast. That's home for me, so I'd love to have a show back home in the DC area. Shout out to all the promoters over there. If you want to book me, I guarantee I'll sell some tickets.
I also I have some the NDS. I'll just send you over NDS and some people in that area we can hit up.
Yeah, so big goal for me. East Coast, West Virginia, or I guess Florida is kind of East Coast, but I guess Mid-Atlantic area. I want to debut back in the DMV area, more specifically. Getting Country Air on the PWI Top 50. Improving my spot in the PWI would also be nice. Not a huge goal, more so getting Country Air on is more important to me this year. Winning back a couple titles that we've lost recently is also a goal. Want to get those fourth wall jackets back. Winter will be coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say especially winter.
Yeah, winter will be coming, so it'll be nice to have those back. The ICW tag titles, we lost to the Big Brothers last week. Definitely would like to show them what for and show them that the Little Brothers got it going on. Obviously my continued growth as a wrestler, getting more confident, kind of this weekend was a show and kind of went off. So just want to get more confident in doing a lot of the things that I can do, so that you fans know what I'm really all about. Working some more names, seeing where I stand against them is probably the best way to do that. Another goal, we've been lucky enough to finally be able to work for AAW, but now I want to get on one of those pay-per-views. I want to be on Fight TV. I want to be on the main show. Black Label Pro, like you said, there are a couple of promotions on our list to debut at: Paradigm, AAW, and we've gotten those 2 this year. So let's get that Black Label Pro. Let's get,
freelance.
Let's get Revolver. Let's get War Wrestling. Let's hit these states and do it how them country boys do it.
I also forgot to mention, I'm pretty sure you're on the same board with this one. One I overlooked, same as what Perch said of his way, but I want to do extra work as well.
Extra work.
That was one I forgot to mention, but that's number 3 on my list. I don't know how I overlooked it.
I couldn't think of the term. That's why I wouldn't say it, because I was like, my goal isn't necessarily to be on TV, but more extra work.
If I get a shot on TV, I'm gonna make the
most of it. I'll take it.
But I want to be in the back and have Perch. So there's for those who don't know, you might not be on Dark or you might not have a match, but there's so much more you can learn from back there. That's what I just want to get back there. Like, I want that door to open and me to be like, yep, I'm right where I need to be.
Seeing how it's done, seeing how the job is done. It's always done a little differently everywhere, but still kind of the same. So to see it on those big stages and see the inner workings is, we're all fans. We all want to know. So that too is a goal.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we got our checklist ready. Let's toast to the rest of 22 and see how it goes. And as we do that, why don't we look forward to this weekend? Perch, what do you have?
We're kicking things off Thursday out in Detroit for GCW. Going to be a fun time. Going to be a fun weekend of events. Thursday night, GCW. Then we're heading out to St. Louis for another GCW show.
Ooh, doing the long drives, brother.
Yeah, little Detroit, St. Louis. I think we have the next day off, and then we're off to Evansville, Indiana for another GCW rock and roll show. I think Rock and Roll Express is going to be in the house for that one. Going to be crazy. So, yeah, Detroit, St. Louis to Indiana, and perhaps back through Chicago for a Chicago show, if there's anything going on. So, and back home by the end of it. So, catch it GCW on Fight TV. Should be a good time. Lots of good learning. Lots of good road experience ahead.
Nice. And I'll start off ours because that's all I got. Thursday, we will be traveling up to Eagle River, Wisconsin to make our second wrestling debut.
Speaking of goals, that was definitely one when we saw that company debut was a goal to try to get on. So that's a little goal knocked off.
Yep, another one off the checklist. It feels good to have these goals and see them see these milestones happening. But yep, we'll make our debut for Second Wrestling. It is a private show, but I'm sure they'll tweet about it. There might be some footage. I have no idea who we're working, but them Country Strong Boys are going to come in and kick some ass. Ain't that right, Zach?
Hell yeah. Especially like Doc said, he doesn't have much this weekend because following that day, Doc's going to be taking a month off to rest that body, get his mind right, and we're going to start the 1 month of Zach Hendricks on his own tour.
Yes, sir. Yep. Get on that Zach Hendricks summer tour.
Zach Hendricks tearing up July tour, and I will say my calendar in July is pretty full. I was not gonna lie, when Doc told me he was taking a break, I was like a little not nervous. I know what my capabilities are, but I feel like we've built a reputation that we are like together. It's anytime I show up to a show before Doc, I get asked where Doc is. Maybe it's because guys like what's his name out in freelance?
Larkin?
Is it Jake Price or something?
JP Larkin?
Yeah, JP Larkin. He might be more of a Doc Simmons fan, but he can go shove it because I'm more of a Trevor Outlaw guy than him anyway.
No.
But,
when I show up before you, they always ask, "Where's Zach?" as well.
For sure, yeah. But yeah, it's one of those like we built up. Like I'm proud of the reputation we built as a tag team. So a little nervous. I was like, all right, I don't want to be like I want people to like want me as a singles guy, and I will say I'm pretty happy with the bookings I've gotten over this month. But yeah, I'll be only doing one show this weekend solo. I'll be at Bruce City for the Franklin Fair show on July 2nd. I'll be wrestling whoever wants to step up and go toe to toe with the Outlaw one-on-one. And then after that, like everyone, like majority of us. Oh, also July 1st, if PTO allows it, I will be going down to St. Louis as well for GCW. Got hit up about doing a ring crew. You know, for those who don't know, and Doc and Perch and I always preach on this podcast. ways to get opportunities is paying them dues. So as long as PTO is allowing it, I will be down there as well, helping out with the ring crew and hopefully earning an opportunity for myself along with Country Air at Game Changer Wrestling.
Hell yeah.
But after that, I'm gonna put over the 4th of July just because I am going down to Indiana to see the family and getting a new member of my family. I'm gonna be picking up my new puppy.
Hell yeah.
For those.
That's a freaking lot. That's the thing. We are babysitting Christina's sister's dog. So we're back to 3 dogs in the house, and it's already not enough room.
Yeah, well, our puppy.
But your dogs are smaller.
Yeah, she's only gonna grow up to be like 10 pounds. And ladies and gentlemen, I didn't forget about the puppy belt pick. I know how much my 10s to 20s of fans enjoy it. Yeah, we'll be
the 12s and 24s around the world.
Yes, sir. We'll be getting that puppy belt pick, debuting the new dog. Her name's Athena. No wrestling relation. My stepson picked it because he wanted a goddess name for her, and he really likes the name Athena. So her name will be Athena Daisy Sandifer.
Yeah, Athena Daisy, I like.
Yeah, she's gonna be a little baby.
Very nice, very nice. Awesome, fellas. Yep. Little fun, action-packed family weekend for all of us. Yeah, 4th of July weekend. I'll just be getting fat this weekend after second wrestling. But looking forward to resting. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my time off. Be sure to still follow Zach and Country Air. I'll still probably be active on social media. Because I'll probably be bored out of my mind for a little bit.
Yeah, and you guys might get a sprinkle of Doc Simmons at some point in July. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah. I'm still around. I'll be watching. Never know where I might show up.
Never know where a liquid sword might come in.
Yep.
Might come in your hand.
Yep. All right, and with that, we are winding down. I think we can take it on home. Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, so we were watching a lot of New Japan. They got a lot. New Japan's known for like majority of their roster being a part of a big faction type team. And I was going to ask you, if you were to judge yourself and your character and your wrestling abilities, what faction would you feel like you would play best in at New Japan?
Oh, for me, that's easy. Suzuki-gun.
Suzuki-gun?
Suzuki-gun. I don't think I'm necessarily as much of the carefree type to be in LIJ. I don't think I'm necessarily the wholly good to be in chaos. I don't think I'm the asshole that's Bullet Club or House of Torture. But am I the guy that'll hit you hard, take a hard hit, and laugh in your face about it? Yeah, I think I'm Suzuki-gun.
All right. Perch, are you Red Shoes?
Yeah, I'll be holding it down with the refs and the ice pack people. I would be happy to be nice white shoes and maybe some jeans or black pants, an event T-shirt, and an ice pack. I'd want to be one of those guys, and I'd hold it down. We'd have our own crew and take pride in what we do.
Ice pack crew. You would take that job from the Young Lions?
I would become a young lion.
You become a young lion just for that part.
To earn that job.
Earn that part. All right.
Yep.
And then I would say, as like a fan beforehand, Bullet Club obviously is the one that would be cool. I think Doc and I can meet the assholeness that they needed us for, but I do agree with Doc. I definitely feel like if your mama's favorites when we go to Japan, because we talk about short-term goals, but the long-term goal, I know for me, I know for Doc, is one day to have a match out in Corrigan Hall or even Wrestle Kingdom. So, but I think what a better cool look if murder grandpa was standing there and he just brought them shooters out with him.
Yep. I can't think of a better image.
No, I can't either.
Oh, no, we already got the jackets.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
We're halfway there.
Yep, halfway there.
And if you ask certain guys we respect a lot in this business, I won't put his name out there, but we respect a hell of a lot. They'll tell you we'll fit Japan any day.
Yep, just a bit. All right. Perch, final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, going along the lines of, things we set out for a long time ago and eventually, accomplish or work towards accomplishing. A journey or part of the journey. I've always wanted to make it to a PWI magazine myself in the photo department, and it's great to. I'm a subscriber. I get the hard copies and have for years, and seeing them, and before you know it, it's like, whoa, I was at that show, or whoa, I was just with that person or something. In the latest one with the super cards, they've got a couple pictures from the alley catch against Mickey James match that I reffed. So it's like, whoa. I'm not in those pictures, but it's as close as a match that I reffed. Officiated is represented in there. So whether it's the little results on the back several pages that sometimes you guys get your name mentioned and it's a match I reffed, or in the latest issue, Joey Janela's spring break, a couple of pictures from the Mickey James alley catch was very cool to see. Definitely showed pops. It's like, hey, this is a match that I refereed.
Like, somehow they miss me every time. I don't know.
Yeah, I like to think I'm on the cutting room floor.
Yeah. Like, none of these shots that had me in it were great. None of these.
But it's the best because it's just a little bit closer every time. When you think like, how can it be closer? Okay, yep. Oh, sure.
We got you just out of reach.
The next time it'll just be the Jordans or the Irish.
Yeah, they'll just confuse.
And I wouldn't want it any other way.
Hey, yep, keep grinding. My final thoughts and questions are: be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media. Give this a like. Let us know what goals you have for the second half of 2022. Be sure to tell promotions to book us. We want to work everywhere. We like wrestling. You like wrestling. Let us share the wrestling that you like about us with some other people. I bet they'd like it too. But with that, this has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. 1.